Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a little series where I just am real and raw and I'm myself, and I make these videos that I've had on my video list for about 2 years now, and I just wanted to have a place where things aren't perfect. I don't have the perfect setup. I'm not head to toe done with my hair and makeup done. I just wanted to be a real person and come on here and talk. And I think a lot of creators spend too much time making things appear perfect or professional when in reality it's about the content. And I wanted to come on here and show you that people's lives aren't perfect. They're never perfect. And this series is just me being myself and talking to you guys. So if you're ready, let's jump in and talk about our first topic. So if you guys are ready, let's jump right into this series. So the very first video in this series is a beginner's guide to healthy eating. And I wanted to come on here and just tell you guys my experience with healthy eating, my journey in discovering healthy eating, and hopefully it helps you guys in some way. I started on my healthy eating journey in college. Not all of college, but towards the end of college. I was a food monster. I used to be the type of person that would eat chocolate bars. So I remember I was in 5th grade, I would sit in front of the TV after school every day, and I would get like Hershey's chocolate bars and I would eat them by the bar. I loved them. And then I would eat, there were these things, they're called like drumsticks, and it was this ice cream cone, and it was a vanilla ice cream with a chocolate coating and peanuts on it. Well, I would eat like 3 of those in a row. And so like, I was just not a healthy eater, and I was also a really picky eater as well. I would eat chicken nuggets, grilled cheese, my pizza was only a cheese pizza, my sandwiches were only cheese. So this girl was eating just bread, just cheese, and some chicken, pretty much. And I remember when I was young, like my typical meal, I was telling my boyfriend this the other day, but my typical meal was I would have bow tie noodles, raviolis, tortellini, some sort of thing like that, and I would only eat it with Alfredo sauce. And so my mom would make her and my dad tomato sauce based stuff, and then mine would be Alfredo. And then I would eat canned peas and like a turkey hot dog, super processed. And it's so funny how drastic my diet is now. And like, cause now I like don't eat any of that. Like I would never eat canned peas. And the reason is because I started learning, but it took years, and you have to go step by step. And so that's like the reason why I'm telling you my whole story, is to teach you guys the steps that I started taking to get to the point where I am now, where I feel the healthiest I have ever felt in my whole life. I know when there's something wrong because I'm able to listen to my body now. So the reason why I wouldn't have canned peas now is because a lot of times the canned peas, it has BPA, which is basically a chemical that is found in cans, not all cans. So you can get like a BPA-free can, but a lot of times there's like this really bad chemical that they've linked to a lot of really bad problems like cancer. And so I would never have that type of canned peas now. And so I would definitely have fresh peas now, but I don't really eat peas that often. But that's a whole different story. So, okay, that was when I was young, and then in high school I became a food monster, and I played a bunch of sports. Like I played volleyball and I played soccer, and I would eat like a bunch of Chick-fil-A sandwiches. I had hypoglycemia when I was younger because I ate so much sugar. I really messed up the blood sugar. And so in that, now I know so much more about blood sugar. There's insulin. So if you're insulin resistant, it's like what diabetes is pretty much. And so insulin goes around and tells your cells to like, okay, open up. It's time for sugar. Obviously, this is a really watered down version, but it's like, you just learn over time what you're supposed to do for your body and what you're not supposed to do for your body. And so I was poisoning myself with sugar so much when I was younger. to the point where I had hypoglycemia, which means like my blood sugar would drop pretty dramatically. So I had to eat every 4 hours. And so I remember I would be on the bus to go to a volleyball game with like all my friends, and I would have like boxes of cereal with me, and I thought they were like healthy cereal, and I would just like eat them and eat them and eat them and eat them. And then we go to college, and I started doing like cheat days. And so I had a cheat day every single Friday that turned into so much more of a problem than anything good. My cheat days were basically like, okay, the truth is I would wake up, shove my hand in the fridge, grab cookie dough, and walk to class with cookie dough in my hand. To where when I would go to lunch with all my friends from class, all the boys would egg me on because they knew I would eat everything. So I would eat pizza and ice cream and all this crazy stuff on Fridays. But then during the week, I was eating what my impression of healthy was at the time. I actually don't even remember the types of things that I would eat. And so like this is over so many years that I like started learning more and more and more. And so like if you want to know, this is a beginner's guide to healthy eating, right? And so the beginner's guide is just start doing your research. Like start listening to people who talk about health. Start reading books about health. Like a great place to start, well, maybe it's not a great place to start because he's pretty intense, but like one of my favorite books is called The Plant Paradox. Start just Googling stuff and figuring out what the good sources are. Look up how to even source your sources. Because there's things like NCBI, which are research articles, but then you have like medical news. And like stuff coming from like medicalnews.com isn't necessarily facts and based on research, but NCBI is a closer step. That doesn't mean that all the research articles found on NCBI are factual, and so that's like a whole nother level. Honestly, the best thing you should do is hire a dietitian. Like the most important thing that you could do on your beginner step is to hire a dietitian and figure out what you need and what you should be eating and learn from them because they go to school for it. Hire a health coach. I'm a health coach. You can hire me. You can you can work with people who have this experience and understand nutrition and living a healthy life, just so you know what the difference is between like a myth and like what's actually going on. Yes, there's still a lot of controversy, but it's a step. It's a step from eating fried chicken every day. You know what I mean? So it was in college that I went paleo. That was really fun. I loved being paleo. I think I was paleo based. I don't know if I was like strictly paleo. And then as time goes on, I kept trying different things. I really liked being like gluten-free and dairy-free. And I actually used to cough up mucus all the time. Like I remember in college, if you watch this and you went to college with me and you know, I used to like hawk up loogies a lot. Like I'd be like, or whatever, I'd be like, and then I'd have to like cough up mucus. Well, as soon as I stopped eating dairy, that went away. And so basically the whole idea here is to start to learn your body. Start to figure out what's going on. Like why do you feel this way? Start to track your symptoms. Like being bloated all the time is not normal. Being overly full is not normal. Having headaches all the time is not normal. Having anxious and depressive thoughts is not normal. And so you have to start to learn you and your body and your triggers. So after paleo, my best friend and I did the Whole30 together, which is like you take a month, you take 30 days, and you eat like this really, really crazy clean diet, which actually led me to eat the most meat I had ever ate before. So growing up, I never ate red meat. This is just a fact of me saying it. I'm not saying red meat is good or bad. It's just I didn't used to eat it. And then that summer, I ate more than I ever did before, which was interesting. Today is the very first day of the Whole30 challenge. Basically the paleo diet, which I practice most days anyway, but I've been cheating and I cannot seriously be any more ready for it. I have been cheating so bad. It's been 14 days since I started the Whole30 and I feel really good. Like I'm not craving sugar, not craving like all the things I used to eat. Like I love the taste of food. Like we are on week 3 of the Whole30. It has been a long journey and I cannot wait to be done.
Y'all, it has hit 4 weeks of this mess, and I am so over it. Took me 29 days to be fed up with this diet.
After the Whole30, I had a major falling off. I was not entertained by the Whole30. I felt really, really rebellious, which is why I really urge you to take baby steps. Don't just crash diet, because it's not sustainable change. You have to make tiny changes over years of your life to make this awesome sustainable change that helps you heal your body. And so off the Whole30, I ate ice cream, I ate cheese again, I was eating gluten again, ended up with the worst eczema of my life, which prompted this whole channel. And so from there, like, I learned how to heal my skin, because it was like, you know, eczema was my biggest issue. And so for me, I learned there's a lot of diets out there that can help a lot of different problems. Like, for example, the eczema diet can, like, well, so I developed my own diet, and it's based on, like, I took a bunch of, it's basically like a Frankenstein diet where I have pieces of a bunch of different types of research and diet, and it basically heals it as fast as I know how to heal it. Basically, my little Frankenstein diet can heal a lot of other issues, but other diets don't heal eczema very well. So like the keto diet, it's just like it might, but not very well. Or it heals mild eczema, but like not very well. Being on that diet, you have to avoid what I call fridge foods. It's my acronym that I created for like my coaching program. And so it's like fried foods, refined sugar, eggs, dairy, gluten. And that's something I avoid today. I figure out exactly how I feel my best. And so like for me, I try going lower fruit, or I've tried going higher fat, or you have to just try a bunch of things and see how your body feels. Go off of your body. Like, your body can tell you the best how you feel. If you have autoimmune disorders like allergies, asthma, eczema, your body's not happy. But if you feel good, you feel energized, you start to like have less autoimmune issues, that's awesome signs that you're doing really well. And so you kind of just have to play around and see what your body is used to, but also getting all the nutrients you need. So start doing research into vitamins and minerals. Like, the sun is really important, but also a little bit dangerous. You want to get sun, but not too much sun, because it gives us vitamin D. It's so good for our immune systems. And so I guess like my 5 biggest tips for you guys is do your research by either like doing it yourself, hiring a health coach, hiring a dietitian, talking to your doctor. You can start going for walks daily. You can switch and get like, I always talk about food swaps. So like take pasta and switch it for like a kelp noodle pasta that has like very little calories, but also kind of good for you. Like every day, if you have burgers every single day, swap your burger bun for lettuce once a week. Another recommendation is getting enough sun. Another recommendation is getting into the dirt, getting into soil, either garden, go to the beach, and take a probiotic. So if you had to ask me my 5 tips for like a beginner's guide, is try all of those and see how you start to feel. And yes, so I hope you guys like this. This is just like me talking because I'm sick of curating these amazing, beautiful videos and not letting myself speak as freely as I want. I think there's a time and a place for those videos, and I love making them, but also there's a time and a place for these videos where I just stand here with my room a mess and I just talk and I just teach you guys and talk to you and be as real and honest as possible, because that's really all I can be. It doesn't get much more real than me talking right now. So I hope you guys like this. If you do like videos like this, give this a thumbs up and I'll keep making videos for this series, because I've had this long list of like 100 videos and I haven't made them because I sit there and I think too much, or I like try to over curate it and make it too polished. So here it is, real and raw. I'll see you guys in my next video, maybe for this series. Bye. Thank you so much for watching that video. I'm now gonna go over all the different things that I offer and how I can help you further. So if you're looking for a support group, I do have a Facebook support group called Healthy Skin, Happy Living. It's an awesome community full of people all over the world. It's very diverse, and people go in and just ask each other, you know, I have this problem, is it normal, and am I okay? And so people will be like, yeah, I went through the same thing. So if you're looking for a little bit more specialized help, I do have a self-help guide. So if you're somebody that's like, I can do this myself, I know what I'm doing, all I need is a guide, then I do offer that on my website. Just go to coachmichellmills.com/self-help, or just go to coachmichellmills.com and explore the different options. If you need even more help than that, I do have coaching programs. It's for eczema specifically, inflammation-related disorders and diseases as well, and I help coach you through that. It is a very specialized coaching. There is a video on my website that goes in depth. So I just wanted to tell you guys, you know, I have a lot of stuff going on and I can help you in such a large range of ways. And if you shoot me a message on Instagram, my handle currently is @MichelleMills_. It will be changing to Coach Michelle Mills very soon. Send me a direct message and I will add you to a support group messenger on Instagram. And everyone is amazing, still very diverse, very supportive, and I'll see you guys there. See you in my next video. Bye!
Crashing waves